In order to be that girl boss who actually is in their feminine energy, who actually makes the money, and who's actually living that soft life, first, you need to figure out how to find the balance between your masculine and feminine energies. So right now, if you are in a place in your life where you're struggling with your finances, you're struggling with your career, you're struggling with your money, you're struggling with your promotion, your sales, your business, then there's a very high probability that you are not tapping into your masculine energy. And in today's video, we are going to talk about how you can tap into your masculine energy in order to get that wealth, success, and dominate in this world as a girl boss. Okay, let's be clear. The definition of girl boss is very different from what it was like 5 years ago. 5 years ago, girl boss was somebody who was like a girl who can compete with men, somebody who wears a suit and tie, somebody who goes and works the job of a man and does it better than a man, works a 9 to 5, works on the weekends. That was a girl boss. But in today's social media world, in today's online world, the definition of girl boss is very different. The definition of girl boss is somebody who actually has her own money, somebody who's confident like a man and moves around like the world fucking owes everything to her because she truly values herself as that girl boss. Working long hours, struggling, grinding, that is not something that we need to idolize. But instead, a girl boss is somebody who always gets what she wants. She gets the man, she gets the money, she gets all the experiences she wants, she gets the material things, she gets the spiritual things. She is calm, she's composed, she's peaceful, and she radiates such a beautiful feminine aura because she's got everything in life working out for her. And today we are going to talk about how you can find the balance between your masculine and feminine. Hi guys, my name is Nifty, and here we talk all about mindset, manifestation, personal development. And in today's video, we are going to talk about how you are going to tap into your masculine energy to get that new level of financial success, business success, career success that you have been craving. First off, let's get some things right. Masculine and feminine energies are present in both a man and a woman. A woman has both masculine and feminine in her, but predominantly we do tend to have more of those feminine feelings, those feminine emotions, those feminine urges inside us. But depending on your past, depending on how you're raised, the society you were raised in, the people around you, sometimes life can get us into one or the other extreme of our life. In today's world, it's very common to see a woman who is hyper independent, who makes money, who takes care of herself, who thinks that she doesn't need a man because she's already so much in her masculine energy. And the same goes with men. Nowadays, we see a lot of men who take care of themselves, who are very caring, nurturing, sensitive, and they want to be led. They don't want to lead, but they want to be led. And this is feminine qualities. So it's very common for a person to be more dominant in either a masculine or a feminine quality. But here comes the twist. What you will see is when a person is more tuned into their masculine energy, you will see that their financial life, their career, their business, the things, their aims, their ambitions, their goals, these things are naturally flourishing in their life if they're tuned into their masculine energy. And if the person is tuned into their feminine energy, you will see that their personal life, their relationship with their partner, their friends, their family, like all the personal relationships in your life start to flourish when you are in your feminine energy. So now we're in a very easy spot. If you are struggling in your life financially, it's very clear that you are struggling in the masculine side of things. And if you're somebody who's struggling in your life on a personal level, you're struggling in your relationships, you're struggling with yourself, you're struggling with your mental peace and things like that, then there's a high probability that you are struggling with your feminine energy. So what exactly is this masculine and feminine energy? This is not rocket science, okay? It's very simple. Masculine and feminine energies are qualities and that comes with these energies. For example, a masculine energy is somebody who's confident, who's ambitious, having the consistency to show up every single day, being focused, being productive, being independent, being aggressive, being angry, going towards the things that you want, making things happen, leading and taking charge. These are all masculine masculine qualities. If you look at it, you can see that both a man and a woman can have these qualities, and these masculine qualities are what drive a person to be successful in their life on a financial basis, on a materialistic basis. And some of the feminine qualities that a person has is to be caring, to be nurturing, to be cooperative. We're sensitive to other people's ideas and emotions. Feminine energy is being vulnerable, being okay to show up and ask for help, being okay to show that, okay, I'm not in my 100%, but this is who I am. That vulnerability is a big part of being feminine. And intuition is a feminine thing. Men cannot understand intuition. They might get these subtle nudges and urges from time to time, but women have this thing called intuition, which I cannot even explain. If you're a woman, you know what it is, right? And this thing is really strong, and these are all feminine traits that we have. And end of the day, that is all it is. These masculine energy and feminine energy is the qualities that come with this energy. And it's very common to see a woman who is dressed in all pink and drives a pink car and, is all feminine, does her makeup and everything. But when she gets to work, she becomes this girl boss who's very aggressive and, who talks back to people, who gets things done. And because she is in her masculine energy. And we live in a world where it's also very common to see a man who goes to the gym, who's all jacked and looks like a man, feels like a man, talks like a man, deep voice and everything. But when you start having a conversation with them, you start to see that this person is always complaining and bitching. They are not emotionally stable. They have this hot and cold behavior, and they don't know how to take charge. They want to be asked out and things like that. And it's very common because that man, even though he looks very masculine, he's actually dominating in his feminine energy. In this world, in today's world, anybody can be whatever it is they want to be. But you and me, we want to be everything. We want to be that boss babe. We want to be that girl boss. We want to be the girl who gets everything she wants. And in order for that to happen, a very important thing is to have your own money. Okay, let's be honest. We live in a world where having your own money makes so much difference because money is power. You could get yourself out of situations that you don't want to because you have the money. If somebody is feeling some kind of way towards you, resentful, anything, you could pay them, you could buy them things and they would feel better. Money gives you so much power in today's world. So as a woman, I think every woman should know how to make money and how to handle her own finances. And we also live in a world which is not fair. We live in a world where we see that these masculine qualities are considered to be good qualities and the feminine qualities like being vulnerable and sensitive are considered to be bad qualities. These feminine qualities are not something that is appreciated. It's not something that we are asked to work on. Even if you're a man or a woman, you are asked to go out and work and make money and do all the things, but nobody tells you how to be in that feminine energy. We are not taught how to be more gentle with ourselves, our partners, our kids. We are not taught how to be vulnerable. We are not taught how to tap into our intuition and be in that feminine energy. And one thing that I have realized is in order for you to actually truly be in your feminine energy, you need to feel safe. And when I feel safe, I mean you need to be financially secure. You need to live in a place, in an environment where you are not stressed out about how things are going to work out for the next month, how your kid is going to get food for the next month, where you're going to find rent money for the next month. If you're stressing about all these things, you are not in your feminine energy. So for me personally, I thought that being feminine was really important. So last year, I was trying to tune into my feminine energy, and I did. A lot of my things got better. My personal relationships, my relationship with myself, my friends, everything was getting better. But the more I was tuning into this feminine energy without working on my masculine, my finances started to drop. It got to a point where I had to make a switch. I had to make a shift. I had to decide that, okay, Nifty, you gotta find a balance at this point. This is not working out. You cannot be broke and have all the love and good relationships in the world. Like, this is not the kind of life you want to be living. And that is when I truly decided to understand how to tap into my masculine. And today I'm gonna share some of the things with you, which will probably help you get into your masculine energy, energy and truly attract that wealth and prosperity and abundance into your life. And that is what being a girl boss is all about. Girl boss is about finding that balance between your professional life and your personal life. It is having that money to do whatever it is that you want, but still being soft enough to not be arrogant about that money, and be gentle and loving and have the right people around you and have all the things that you want in this life. And it is possible. And since this video is about making that money, we are going to talk about a few things that I did personally and you can start doing today to tap more into that masculine energy and to start creating that wealth and abundance into your life. Number one, very easy, very basic, but so crucial and so powerful, is to hang out with the people who have the kind of energy that you want to attract. Very straightforward. If you want to make money, you want to hang out with people who are making money, because they're in the mindset of that masculine energy. They're in the mindset of ambition, abundance, of confidence, being productive and independent. So if you want to make money, hang out with people who are making money. And same thing goes with feminine energy too. If you feel like, okay, you know, I'm struggling with my personal relationships, hang out with your girly girls, hang out, go out with them, and you will see that even though in the start you're feeling awkward, you feel like there's nothing you can actually add to that conversation, or there's nothing you guys have in common, in a few minutes, in a few days, in a week, in a month, you will start seeing that you are slowly picking up on these things. Maybe it's just doing a little bit of makeup. When you start picking up on these qualities, that is when your life truly starts to change, because your mindset now becomes the average of the mindset of the people that you hang out with. So if they are focused on their goals, if they are focused on making money, wantingly, unwantingly, if you are hanging out with them, you are going to start focusing on your goals. You are going to start focusing on your money. When they're sitting and talking about making money all the time, you're not going to sit there and think about the guy who didn't text you back. You're going to sit there and think about, wow, these people are making so much money. I wonder what I can do. Oh, that person made this YouTube video that made this much money. I wonder if I could make a video that is similar to that. You know, you start going into that ideas of what these people are actually living in their life, and your life starts to look more and more like their life every single day. Number two, strong daily routines. Building routines is very crucial, especially if you're trying to work on your masculine energy. Building routines is crucial in general for success, but routine is a very masculine thing, because that shows that you're consistent. That shows that you're showing up every day. It could be as simple as going to a workout class once or twice a week, or it could be as simple as making a to-do list every single morning so you know what are the things that you need to get done every day. And whatever it is, find those routines. Maybe do a morning meditation, whatever works for you. Find a routine and stick to it. The important part is to stick to it, because if you're making all these routines and if you're not following through, there is no point, right? So even if it's a small thing, even if it's as small as just making a to-do list every single morning, do it every day, do it consistently, because that is building up that masculine energy. You will see that so many of these influencers and YouTubers and successful people out there, these business owners, they all have a fitness routine, and the reason is that fitness routine is what is building that confidence and consistency in them to show up every day, not just for their body and their health, but also for their business, because what you're doing in one area of your life will naturally overflow into other areas of your life. So if you have a feeling of scarcity towards something, let's say in your love life, that is naturally going to flow into other areas of your life when it comes to health, where it comes to career, where it comes to money. So the same thing also happens the other way around. So if you're finding that consistency in one area of your life, it will naturally flow into other areas of your life. Number three, affirmations. This is so key. This is so easy. I don't know why everybody does not do this. Like, have some sticky notes on your walls, guys. Do you see that? I have, like, my whole room is full of sticky notes because I have affirmations every single place. Like, wherever I look, there is some affirmation I'm reading, and affirmations are very subtle subconscious nudges that helps you literally rewire your subconscious. So for me, for example, some of the things that I'm working on when it comes to my masculine energy is my discipline and consistency. So I literally have a sticky note right over there which says, I show up for my dreams every single day. I am consistent and disciplined. Like, reading that, even if I don't read it every single day, like at least once, twice, thrice a week, if I read it, that is going to go into my head. And every time, I'm feeling lazy and I wake up and I think, okay, I have to make a YouTube video, but then it. I'm like, but I don't feel like it. But that subconscious mind thought comes into my head, but Nifty, you told yourself that you are going to show up for your dreams. You told yourself you're going to be consistent and disciplined. So I have to do it. And there's also another sticky which I have, which says, I show up for my dreams every day, and that is why the universe shows up for me. Every time I want to do something and things are not going my way, I just tell myself, okay, even if I can't see it right now, things are going my way because I'm showing up for myself, and I know that the universe is going to show up for me. So having these affirmations and sticky notes, just write it down, read it out every day morning, whatever works for you. I also have some in my bathroom, so I can kind of like look at it when I'm like brushing my teeth, or like when I'm like washing my makeup off or doing my skincare. So wherever works for you, have your affirmations and read them out. Even in the moment, if you're not like completely 100% feeling that it's true, the more you keep doing it, the more easier it becomes for your subconscious to believe that this is who you are as a person, and eventually you are going to start up as that sticky note. You are going to become that sticky note. Number 4, dress for the cause. Okay, very easy example. If you are going into a business meeting with finance dudes and you are dressed up in all pink and you're wearing your little short skirt with your little handbag with little ponytails in your hair, and you're going there to make a presentation about this new company that you are going into IPO for, do you think anybody's gonna take you seriously no matter how good you talk or no matter how eloquently you're able to put forward your ideas? Possibly they might listen depending on how good you are in talking, but just the fact that you're not dressed for the role is going to make other people not take you seriously. So it's really important for you to dress for the role that you're going into. If you want to show up as a girl boss, show up as a girl boss. Dress like a girl boss. Wear a suit if you have to. Doesn't mean you have to wear a suit. You can wear a really nice, classy top. You still look like a girl boss. But that doesn't mean that you have to be in that masculine energy all the time. If you're going out for a date, dress up in your pink. Like, go have fun. Look the vibe. Look like that carefree young girl, and that is what men want to see too. Men don't want you to show up in a pant and suit in a date. They want to see that feminine side of you. So know where it is you're going, what kind of energy is required of you there, and dress accordingly. Number 5, your body posture. You need to understand that your posture, the energy that you carry when you walk into a room, speaks so much louder and speaks so much more than you can ever do by opening your mouth. So the way you carry yourself, the body posture, having that shoulders wide, making eye contact with people, keeping your head held high, these are all masculine traits. Like, show up in the world with the audacity of a man. Show up like you fucking own the world, and trust me, the world will look at you like it wants to be owned by you. And number 6, the last thing is learn how to handle rejection. Handling rejection, being okay with receiving no's, is a very masculine thing, because like we mentioned at the start of this video, a feminine energy is more about being caring and sensitive and vulnerable. So they don't want to listen to no. A woman will not ask you for something if she thinks that the man is going to say no. So a big part of being in your masculine energy is to be okay with the no, is to be okay with being rejected. It's to be okay with the negative things that happen in your life, because life is never all positive. There's gonna be good, there's gonna be bad, there's gonna be people that are for you, there's gonna be people and opportunities that are not for you. So every no is actually moving you towards the yes that you want. So get comfortable with rejection, be okay with it. And that is a very masculine thing to do, to be okay with, you know what, it didn't work out, whatever, there's gonna be another guy. You know what, this business didn't work out, that's okay, I'm gonna do another business. So having that attitude of, you know what, this no is not gonna stop me, is what is going to actually get you to where you want to be in your life. And if you're enjoying what you're listening to so far, then please do leave a like. I really appreciate you being here, supporting my channel, supporting my video, and taking all this content and information and working on yourself and making your life better. So I'm really glad you are here. And do subscribe to my channel, because I do come out with a new video every week, or at least I try. And in conclusion, I want to say that this society is fucked up, okay? You are not going to get a pass just because you're a girl or a guy in this today's world. You have to work for what it is you want. And it's great if you are a girl, you have somebody who provides for you financially, that's great. But it's really still important to have your own finances in order to know that, you know, if something ever happens to you, you should be in a place where you are able to pick yourself up and move out of that situation. And money gives you that power. So be a woman who has her own money, be that independent boss woman. But again, it's all about finding that thin line between the balance between the masculine and the feminine. And always know that nothing is constant in life. If you are in a place in your life right now where you need to make money, then focus on your masculine. You don't have to focus on finding the balance if you are struggling in your finances. And that is some place where I am in right now. I feel like right now I am more in my masculine energy than my feminine, because my priority right now is building the bank. My priority right now is to make sure that I'm in a financially stable place, not just for myself, but also for my future partner and my kids. So that is my priority right now. And when I feel like I'm at a stage where I feel very stable financially, then I can focus more on the things that are going to bring in that feminine side of me when I'm ready for a relationship and becoming a mother and things like that. Depending on where you are in your life, focus on things that you want to work on and know that this is possible for you. I will leave you guys with that. And for the next week, I was thinking of coming up with a video about staying consistent as a girl boss. So if that is something that you guys want me to make a video on, let me know in the comments below. And I will leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I love you so much. Bye.